What's up, everybody? How you doing today? My name is David DeFranco, and welcome to my first ever Q&A video in my brand new 2024-2025 Tesla Model 3, the Highland model. And yes, I am always sure to say 2025 because Tesla advertises this as a 2025, like on my paperwork and everything, but technically it was refreshed in 2024. It's kind of like the Model Y. The Model Y was recently refreshed, but they're calling that the 2026 Model Y Juniper. So I just wanted to throw that out there in case there's any confusion. But yes, this is the newest Model 3 that you can get, and I'm incredibly thankful for it. And actually, it's been 1 week since I picked up this car. So anyway, I posted on Instagram over at instagram.com/DavidFranco. That is linked right below. That I wanted questions from you guys regarding my experience on my Model 3, the pros, the cons, maybe some controversy, you know, Elon Musk and shareholders and the stock basically plummeting 30% in the last month. It's kind of insane. Hey, if you want my advice, I'm just going to throw this out there right now and just whatever. Buy Tesla stock while you can, because once all this drama is behind us, yeah, it's just going to shoot back up, guaranteed. Okay, so obviously I'm no financial advisor, but I'm just following patterns and trends, and guaranteed this stock will be bouncing right back, you know, to where it was just a month or two ago, or maybe even a year ago. Tesla hasn't had the best year in terms of stock. Anyway, jumping into the questions, let me take my phone out of my phone mount here, and that phone mount is linked right below. I put together an idea list on Amazon because I am an Amazon affiliate, and I try to make commissions off products such as the phone mounts. So check that out. It's a solar powered phone mount, and I love it. Okay, so I have 9 questions and comments to get through in today's video. My Osmo Pocket 3 is currently sitting at about 50% battery, so I'm going to try to get through this fairly quickly. You guys know me. I'm a yapper and damn proud of it. So anyway, here we go. First up is Hey USA, and he says, how do you feel about the UFO sound when backing up? So basically what Hayden, I believe that's you, Hayden, is talking about is the EV sound. You know, the EV sound, I quote, because pretty much every EV, I believe, is legally required to have some kind of backup sound. Basically just to let you know, or not you know, but other people know that, hey, you're backing up, you don't want to be run over, so get out of my way. Now, I've heard other EV sounds, and they are absolutely horrendous. Some of them are okay, but some of them just sound absolutely terrible. And I'm not saying that as a Tesla fanboy, and like, I'm just saying that from my experience. Tesla's is really, really cool. It just sounds amazing, and I'll throw in a random clip, you know, that I can find on YouTube right now. Not only does the sound increase in crescendo, or whatever you want to call it, or pitch, but it just sounds like a UFO. Like, it sounds like a spaceship is backing up, and it's just the coolest thing. Okay, next one comes from Owen Dowell. Owen, I believe you're a patron, right, on Patreon, or a member. Sorry, they call them members now. What is one thing you would tell any first-time Tesla buyer, something they should know or watch out for, or expect if they are not used to EV cars? The number one thing that instantly comes to mind is regen braking. So basically what regen braking is, well, first of all, you don't have to touch the actual brake pedal like you do on a traditional car, which is amazing. It just feels cool. At first, it'll blow your mind. You're like, wow, this is incredible, and it's kind of jarring at first. But yeah, over time, you just learn to adapt to it. And guys, I rarely have to touch my brake pedal. I love it. Okay, so regen braking, I'm not the best at explaining it, but basically, when you regen brake, the car automatically brakes, right? Tries to put some of that energy back into your battery, thus increasing your maximum range. But yeah, regen braking, guys, it is one of my favorite things about my Tesla. It's not unique to Teslas. Other EVs have that, but it's definitely jarring if you're not used to it. And believe me, once you go from an EV to a traditional ICE vehicle, let's just say the chances of wrecking in an ICE vehicle just go way up, at least for me. I mean, on those rare instances that I drive, you know, one of my mom or dad's cars and it's ice, it's just, I have to remember to press the brake pedal, and that's incredibly dangerous. With a Tesla, you don't gotta do that, unless it's very cold out, and I'll talk about that shortly. Okay, Rainbow Maker 1969, the feature of the back seat screen. All right, I guess I'm taking you guys in the back seat, ladies. All right, so check this out. Getting into the back seat. Let me move my Goodwill bag. Check it out. Brand new. Sorry if the gimbal wants to behave. Brand new. Oh, wow. Wait. Oh my God. I just realized I never took this off. I'm like, why is it bubbling? I just realized I never took that off. That is amazing. All right, so Rainbow Maker, check this out. This is one of the newest and coolest features of the Model 3. This is in the new Model Y as well, and I think the previous Model Y, I'm not totally sure, but this is definitely new to this particular vehicle, and I love it. Now, realistically, with me being the driver up there at, what, 99% of the time, I'm never going to need or even see this display, but this basically allows you to control the air conditioning, so you can control where the air goes. Check that out. You have other controls, such as your seating controls, music. So basically, I'm currently playing the Vergecast, and I can play and pause feedback from up here. Not feedback, sorry, playback. So basically up there. So watch, when I press play down here, you're going to see it playing up front. There you go. Pretty cool, right? You can barely see just because it's so bright in here. But this is easily the coolest part, guys. You can watch media on Netflix, YouTube, Hulu, and Twitch. And you can even play video games. How awesome is that? From Beach Buggy Racing 2 to actual games that you've likely heard of, like Cuphead and Stardew Valley. That is really, really cool. So let's say you're an Uber driver and you want to entertain your passengers in the back seat. Well, then they are going to absolutely love Netflix and especially gaming. And hey, if you've got kids or you're going on a road trip, this is going to keep the rear passengers busy for hours on end. I mean, especially games like Stardew Valley, guys. Stardew Valley is a time suck. And as you can see, there's a little controller icon right there. You can tap Bluetooth settings and you can sync your Xbox or PlayStation controllers, which is really cool. And you can adjust screen brightness, which I've never really done back here. So that's pretty cool. And there is a clean mode. So you basically can, you know, wipe down the screen just like you can up front. Sorry, the Osmo Pocket is not good at following my movement. And then you simply hold this to exit. And boom. Guys, I'm telling you, this display, while it's not really useful to me as a driver, is definitely one of my favorite features about this car. Because it just makes it feel that much more premium. Oh, and the LEDs. My God. Guys, I'll talk about that shortly. Okay, back into the front seat. TR Vlogs 82. Hey, David, longtime viewer. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. What are the main differences and also improvements? And thank you for getting me hooked on Twisted Tea. First of all, I'm a bad influence if I hooked you on Twisted Tea. But hey, I'm just going to throw this out there. If you're looking to get into the whole world of drinks, guys, definitely check out Twisted Tea. It's a nice, safe drink to start with. I mean, obviously, if you drink responsibly. This is probably terrible advice. But yeah, guys, I'm a big fan of Twisted Tea. I don't drink it that often. Honestly, I only drink maybe, like 3 or 4 times a year. I'm a very casual, social drinker these days. Not that I used to be an alcoholic. Okay, this is going way off topic. Anyway, Twisted Tea is a great drink, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. So, TR Vlogs 82. What are the main differences and also improvements? Well, the biggest improvements that come to mind for me, first up, overall build quality. Tesla isn't exactly known for their excellent quality control, but this car, to me, and it's not me imagining it, I swear, it just feels a lot better built. The internal cabin noise is so much quieter than it was in my 2021 Model 3. There's less rattling and less shaking. Who knows, that might change in 6 months to a year as the car settles in and becomes more loose and one with the road, if you will. But right now, as of March, 12th, 2025, this Model 3 feels and sounds significantly better than the 2021 Model 3, which already sounded and felt great. This just feels even better, even more premium, and smoother, guys, too. Like, it definitely has a much smoother ride. Another improvement I love is the inclusion of LEDs. Now, I can't really show you because it's currently daytime, but I can actually activate. Actually, you know what? I'm going to link you right below to my Instagram reel where I basically show the LEDs. But yeah, we've got LEDs wrapping around pretty much the entirety of the car. The door, front dashboard, and of course the 2 doors in the back. LEDs are amazing, guys. And while driving, I have them set to like 20% at nighttime. That way they're not too distracting. So those are the things that come to mind right away. I mean, there's a lot of little improvements like increased storage. Honestly, guys, the car just feels better built. For example, this, not going to show you because my registration is showing, but even the glove box, while it's definitely quite a bit smaller than the previous glove box, listen to this. Ready? Listen. That right there is the sound of a super strong magnet just sucking the glove box back in. So there's no physical clip. Just like this, my middle console, that's a magnet snapping it back. There is no button anymore. And one jarring thing that I briefly want to talk about, maybe I'll talk about this in like a future video where I show like a behind the driver point of view. There are no stalks at all for the blinker and shifting gears. But guys, honestly, a week later and I'm already used to it. So it just makes the car overall more clean and more modern looking and more, dare I say, futuristic looking. And I honestly don't miss the stalks. I don't. So to me, that's kind of an improvement. It just opens up the car a little more and makes it feel more simplistic. But some people do miss the stalks. And honestly, I can't blame you. But me personally, I'm a person of change. And I love adapting to change. I've just always been that way. I'm not one to complain. Okay. Stephen Andrew, congrats on your Model 3. Thank you very much, Stephen. I am looking to get my first Tesla, but worried about how it will handle cold weather and snow. I'll say this real quick. This is the long-range rear-wheel drive model. I say that slow because I can never say rear-wheel drive. It sucks in the snow. I will be perfectly honest with you. This particular model, I haven't taken it in the snow, but if it's similar to my 2021 Model 3, which is also rear-wheel drive, then it's going to be terrible in the snow. Now, thankfully, that's only an issue, 3 months out of the year, and that's if we even get snow. And we had a very mild winter. We didn't have any truly big snowstorms. So for me, it's not a big deal. But I will say this, when factoring in extremely cold temperatures, you're going to have to charge more often. That's just a fact of batteries. It's not, a Tesla unique thing. That's just a battery concern that you have to keep in mind. Whether it's your iPhone, Android phone, or your battery-powered car, batteries hate cold weather. And guys, a fun fact for you real quick. The lowest I ever got my 2021 Model 3 down to was, I think, no joke, 7 or 8 miles. That was Christmas Eve 2 years ago, and we were experiencing abnormally cold temperatures. I'm talking literally 1 degree outside Fahrenheit. 1 degree Fahrenheit is extremely cold for us. And stupid me didn't charge my car as much as I should have that night or that previous day or whatever. And my car barely made it home. I couldn't even accelerate quickly like I normally could. But it was basically in some kind of power conservative mode where it knew it needed to get somewhere and it just did its best. Now, thankfully, I made it home. I never once had an issue. But switching from gas to battery-powered cars, I promise you, it's easy. It's not stressful. Honestly, I charge my car maybe once a week. I get over 100 additional miles of range when compared to my 2021 Model 3. But yeah, my previous car, I would charge once or twice a week. Honestly, guys, it's like charging your phone. You just get into the habit of plugging your car in, but so I promise it's easy. But extremely cold temperatures, yeah, you're probably gonna have to charge more often than I would. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, Steven goes on to say, with all that torque and horsepower, does it handle okay in really slippery conditions? Again, mine doesn't. But if you get the all-wheel drive model, I would imagine it handles it much better than mine would. Also, how does the cold affect the battery consumption? Yeah, I talked about that already. Obviously, batteries are going to naturally deplete faster in cold weather. So there you go. I'm thinking about a Model Y. Go for it. Model Ys are awesome. Aaron Finkley says, hey, at David DeFranco. Hello, Aaron. How has the Tesla Model 3's Autopilot feature changed the way you experience driving? Honestly, guys, if you want the truth, I don't use Autopilot that often. Now and then I'll activate it if I want to move my camera around or do something here safely. But 99.9% of my driving is done by me. I actually like driving. I don't mind driving, especially if you're in a Tesla. I need to make this clear. Driving a Tesla feels dramatically different than your typical car. It actually makes driving fun again, and I love that. Then Aaron goes on to say, also, has it sparked any thoughts on the future of transportation or how we might think of our relationships with cars? Absolutely. My previous car, again, 2021 Model 3, got what? Honestly, I don't even know an exact number, but it got a ton of new features by the time I turned the car back in. Because it's just that, a computer on wheels. Tesla is rolling out updates all the time, whether it's simple security updates, bug improvements, or whatever. Believe me when I say, this car will be dramatically different 2 or 3 years from now, because, you know, they'll add that one big feature that could change the way I drive. And that's really, really cool. For example, this car will automatically shift into reverse or drive based on its surroundings, because I don't have stalks, right? So instead of touching the touchscreen to shift gears, it knows to go back because there's a garage in front of me. And that's really neat. I'm telling you, software updates make a huge difference in how, you know, you're able to use your car over time. So I think, yeah, I mean, that could be the future of cars in general. And I can't tell you how gross it is when you look at a traditional car and you see all these physical buttons with icons that don't even explain what they do. But with a touchscreen, it's behind the camera right now. With a touchscreen, it's dynamic, meaning it can change over time. They can add features. With, you know, like a traditional car, you quite literally cannot add features because it's already taken up by so-and-so, like all these switches and all these buttons that you don't even likely need to use, you know? Sorry guys, I'm kind of rambling. I love this car, and honestly, I don't have a script like most YouTubers. Not my style. All right, and Aaron finally says, P.S. the first video I saw of yours was MeWe, and I've been subscribed ever since. Dude, that's a long time. Congrats on the new car, my man. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that very much. Astle Smith, I think your name is Adam, right? Occasionally he comes in my YouTube chat. What is your favorite thing about the refreshed Model 3? I love it. I mean, I kind of already talked about that, but the LEDs are really cool. Quieter cabin noise, softer drive, you know, quieter drive. Overall, a better experience. I mean, it's like my previous Model 3, but even better. And I love that. Oh, okay, fine. If you really want to know my favorite thing, I guess the fact that I went with Stealth Gray this time around. I mean, I spent 3 to 4 years previously with a white exterior and white interior. So now to have a dark exterior and dark interior, to me, it makes my Tesla experience feel new again. I mean, every time I come out of Goodwill, I'm like, damn, she's cute. I mean, looking at my car, not your mom, don't worry. I just kidding. Not you, Adam, anyone's moms who's watching. That didn't translate well. But seriously, just mixing up your paint color and interior can make a big difference. What do you miss about your old Model 3? A follow-up question from Astle Smith. What do I miss about my old Model 3? The glove box was bigger, but that's not a concern at all. Like, how often am I inside my glove box? I don't know. Honestly, and I'm not just saying this because I'm playing favorites with this car. There's really... Okay, fine. Okay, all right, come here. It's this right here. I miss my MagSafe charger. I mean, it wouldn't even charge via MagSafe. It would just be a, you know, magnetic mount. But instead, I have this solar-powered phone mount that I was talking about before, and it just kind of clamps, which is fine. Now, my steering wheel does block it a little bit, but Tesla completely redesigned the front dash. So the way this mount works is it's kind of like pushed up here into the fabric. And as of right now, I cannot find a MagSafe-compatible phone holder on Amazon. Now, that's not Tesla's fault. I mean, I guess technically it is because they redesigned it, but I think this redesign looks better than my previous car. So for now, I love that phone mount, but I'm not out of the market for a new MagSafe mount. And yeah, I realize I have MagSafe mounts behind the display, but I don't want that. I want my phone on the left and Tesla display on the right. So that's literally the only thing I miss. But that can be fixed when a new product comes out that meets my standards. But until then, guys, I love that phone mount. It is so cool. And again, it's solar powered, so I quite literally never, ever, ever need to charge it. And I think that's really cool. Final question is more of a comment, but I chose this because I wanted to follow it up with my thoughts on Elon Musk and all that stuff. I'm Zach M. Well-deserved, man. I still recall watching the vlog when you got your first one. Now the second. Thank you, Zach. I just realized I've been watching your content for over 10 years. Insane. Zach, thank you very much. Now I'm going to take Zach's comment/compliment and turn it into this. I'm proud of where I am in life. You know, like, I don't mean to sound full of myself, but the fact that I started my YouTube journey in my bedroom of my parents' house, and now I'm here, I've got my own house, I've got my second leased Tesla Model 3. Yes, by the way, I do lease for those who don't know. I just think leasing makes more sense for me. I don't drive a ton, and I'm not willing to pay like $500 to $700 a month for a car payment. It's insane. Currently, I pay $300 a month, which is a great price. $7,500 tax credit, by the way. Take advantage of that while you can. It does apply to leased vehicles, which is huge. Guys, seriously, they saved me so much money. So much money at signing. I love that. Anyway, I'm proud of where I am in life. So I'm just going to say this about Elon Musk and all the drama real quick. I'm not going to let one person's outlook on America change the way I live my life. You know, I pay my mortgage. I pay my taxes. I like to think I work hard in life. So if I want something in life, I'm going to get it. You know, I'm going to get it. I'm not saying I hate Elon Musk, but I'm also not saying I love Elon Musk. I'm just going to say this. I don't really care. Honestly, I don't. Some people are going to hate that, but honestly, I'm not really seeking anyone's approval. I just don't care about the drama. I'm not going to let one person's outlook on this country determine how I enjoy my life. I'm in my late 30s. I'm not wasting time raging over politics, raging over situations that I cannot control. A lot of people don't like Bezos, but I love the hell out of Amazon. I don't care what kind of person someone is. If a company makes a good product, I'm going to use that product. And Tesla is a great example of that. I don't care what Elon Musk says or does. Tesla, let's not forget, Tesla makes the vehicles. Elon doesn't. And Elon, if you're watching, which I know you're not, but if some chance you are, what you built at Tesla is incredible. What you've built with Starlink and SpaceX is absolutely incredible. I feel like people are focusing way too much hate on one person, when at the end of the day, thousands of people at Tesla work 60 to 80 hours a week making cars like this possible in America. This is an American-made car. So stop focusing on that one person and start focusing on the bigger picture. Appreciate the employees and the hardworking individuals who make products like this possible. I use Amazon all the time. I don't care about Bezos. I love Tesla. I don't really care about Musk. You know, like, who cares? But then again, these are the same people who buy sneakers from Nike, and those sneakers are made in these horrible factories by underpaid employees, but people continue to wear the sneakers anyway. So what does that say about you? And I swear, I'm not attacking. I'm just saying the world is not perfect, never has been perfect, and it never will be perfect. Life is way too short to be obsessed with politics. And it's just, I don't care. Like, if I want something in life, I'm going to go for it. Sorry. But at the same time, I'm not really sorry. I'm not seeking anyone's approval. So, hey, I'm proud of where I am in life, and nothing anyone can say or do will ever change that. I love this car for the next 3 years, and it's not going to change. And hey, I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm not political at all, but I'm thankful to be in Pennsylvania. This is a very red state, so there's far less Trump and Elon Musk hate here than there is like California or any other blue state or whatever. But again, I'm not political. I just don't care. But hey, the chances of having to deal with vandalism are far less here than they are in other states. So for that, I'm thankful at least, and I'm not that worried about this car being vandalized. I see Teslas on the road every single day without any key marks or scratchings or dents or F Elon Musk or whatever, because it's likely never going to happen. Because let's not forget, social media likes to dramatize the things that are going on in the world. Meaning, like, you see one bad video about Tesla, but it doesn't mean Tesla in general is a horrible brand. And well, those are my final thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching, and of course, if you want to follow me on Instagram, please do so. I'm posting reels there at least a few times a week. I'm quite literally obsessed with that platform lately. I'm just trying to grow my numbers over there. Thank you very much, and who knows, maybe I'll do a follow-up video, because there's still a lot to talk about. Oh, and if for whatever reason you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I appreciate it, because I'm going to be talking about this car a lot in upcoming weekend vlogs. Thank you guys so much. I hope you're having a great day. Stay safe out there. Don't forget to hug your loved ones. Every day is truly a gift, and I'll talk to you soon.